Welcome back, movie buffs. Today, we're diving into the glitzy world of cinema to bring you the top 10 highest-grossing movies of all time so far. From epic adventures to heartwarming tales, these films have shattered box office records and captured the hearts of audiences worldwide. What are your favorite movies? Let us know in the comments. So grab your popcorn and let's count down the biggest blockbusters in cinematic history. Number 10. The Avengers. There was an idea, as the great Nick Fury famously said. The plan was to develop the MCU and assemble the greatest heroes and villains from Marvel Comics to create a cinematic universe unmatched by anything that has come before. The Avengers 2012 demonstrated why this concept is among the best ever. The first of our heroes' many team-ups was a thrilling success, grossing $1.52 billion worldwide, demonstrating that Marvel Studios could successfully land this big plane before embarking on many more. Number 9. The Lion King. Many people rank the 1994 Disney picture The Lion King as one of their best, and it was also one of their most profitable, grossing $968.51 million worldwide. It's a good thing they chose to give it a live-action makeover because it blew past that goal on its way to a $1.66 billion run. I'm sure the House of Mouse would have wanted it to cross the $1 billion mark. At number 9 on the list, The Lion King is the first official Disney picture. Frozen 2, with a $1.40 billion box office receipt, comes in second. Though the picture was well received overall, we still found it to be enjoyable. Despite that, the power of Simba's tail was enough to skyrocket its ticket sales. Number 8. Jurassic World. This list demonstrates more and more how movies from classic series that reappear years later with some of the original cast still present are a definite method to generate amazing box office receipts. Apart from the fact that large dinosaurs were adored by people, Jurassic World featured all those positive aspects. With a robust $1.67 billion box office performance, Jurassic World made a dramatic comeback, surpassing both the $368.78 million run of Jurassic Park 3 and the $978.16 million run of the original. In the new trilogy, the sequels never quite achieved the height of the first, but both did surpass $1 billion, proving that dinosaurs are here to stay. Number 7. Spider-Man No Way Home. Although Spider-Man No Way Home was not an official Avengers film, it certainly seemed like one because it included a cast of characters from the Spider-Man universe that was so large-scale that it was almost as significant as any other movie. Fans all over the world had a suspicion that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield would be returning to accompany Tom Holland on an amazing journey, even if it wasn't confirmed until the movie's premiere. And that's what got them in those seats. Even though the story had certain problems overall, it succeeded in evoking nostalgia and produced some very memorable applause in the theaters. No Way Home is obviously the highest-grossing Spider-Man film, was the top earner in 2021, and was the first film since 2019's Star Wars. The rise of Skywalker to cross $1 billion at the global box office, and to do so since the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. Number 6. Avengers Infinity War. Even though Avengers Endgame outperformed Avengers Infinity War at the box office, Infinity War was the movie that showed everyone that Marvel was capable of succeeding. Infinity War, by all accounts, lived up to the hype after 18 flicks and hints of our heroes teaming up with Thanos for one final struggle to preserve all. The prospect of what was to come, however, was enough to sell out millions upon millions of seats worldwide and resulted in a $2.05 billion global box office run even before it was revealed. The first superhero movie to do so, Avengers Infinity War, was the fourth movie to earn over $2 billion at the box office. Number 5. Star Wars Episode 7. The Force Awakens. Say what you will about how Star Wars' second trilogy ended, the announcement and release of Star Wars Episode VI. The Force Awakens was a huge affair. Not only was it the first picture in the franchise since Revenge of the Sith and the contentious prequel trilogy, but it was also the first film and major project after the Walt Disney Company acquired Lucasfilm. The Force Awakens would forge a new road ahead in that galaxy far, far away without George Lucas, aiming to honor the past while also introducing the future of what Star Wars would become. That promise culminated into tremendous ticket sales of more than $2 billion on a budget of approximately $300 million to $450 million, making it one of the most costly films ever made. The Force Awakens would be the pinnacle of Star Wars box office success, while The Last Jedi's $1.03 billion and The Rise of Skywalker's $1.07 billion, while excellent in comparison to other films, could not quite surpass it. Number 4. Titanic. James Cameron isn't satisfied with having only 2 pictures among the top 5 highest-grossing films of all time. No, he had to proceed for a third time with his sad recounting of the Titanic's disastrous trip over the sea, starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet. Titanic, released in 1998, was the first picture to gross over $1 billion worldwide, and it remained the highest-grossing film of all time until Cameron's Avatar debuted in 2009. Titanic returned to theaters in 2012 for a 3D re-release, becoming only the second picture in history to make $2 billion behind Avatar. Number 3. Avatar: The Way of Water. The sequel to 2009's Avatar was originally scheduled to be released in 2014, but as we all know, it didn't hit theaters until the end of 2022. With delay after delay, it began to feel as if these so-called Avatar sequels would never come to fruition. Yet Avatar: The Way of Water hit with such force that it reminded us all to never underestimate James Cameron and Pandora's might. Sure, it didn't reach the heights of the original Avatar, but $2.31 billion in global box office receipts isn't a bad consolation. Avatar: The Way of Water had an estimated budget of $350 million to $460 million, and even James Cameron stated that the film would need to be the 3rd or 4th highest-grossing film of all time to make a profit. As you can see, it did. Number 2. Avengers Endgame.
Avengers!
The only picture that has ever come close to dethroning Avatar is Avengers Endgame, the climax of the nearly 21-year odyssey known as the Infinity Saga, which began with 2008's Iron Man and was built up with stories from 21 previous films. Fans had to wait a year to see the full repercussions of Thanos' snap, and the anticipation was unprecedented. While it may not appear as much when compared to its box office returns, Avengers Endgame was one of the most costly films ever created, with a rumored budget of roughly $356 million, grossing $2.78 billion worldwide. Number 1. Avatar. When Avatar debuted in theaters in 2009, it made a strong statement with its breakthrough visual effects and motion capture, breathtaking 3D technology, and the introduction of a planet in Pandora that would inspire its own part of Disney Planet and at least 4 sequels. Moviegoers couldn't get enough of the film, and ticket sales soared from the start, nearly reaching $3 billion on a $237 million budget. Even after nearly 14 years, Avatar's dominance as the highest-grossing picture of all time has rarely been challenged. And there you have it, folks, a countdown of the top 10 highest-grossing movies of all time that have left an indelible mark on the world of cinema. From epic superhero team-ups to timeless tales of love and tragedy, these films have captured the hearts and imaginations of audiences across the globe, shattering box office records and cementing their places in cinematic history. Whether you're a fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, a devotee of classic Disney animation, or a follower of the galaxy far, far away, there's no denying the cultural significance and impact these movies have had on our lives. As we eagerly await the next blockbuster to captivate audiences and break new ground, let's take a moment to appreciate the magic of cinema and the unforgettable experiences it brings us, both in theaters and beyond. Thank you for joining us on this journey through cinematic history. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content. And until next time, happy watching.